Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. So in today's video I'm going to be going over 5 reasons why you should be using Olympic rings, 5 reasons why you should buy yourself a pair today. Before we begin though, I just want you to be aware that there will be links in the description down below to a few different varieties of Olympic rings, both for if you're in the UK or if you're in the US, so you can get yourselves a pair. If you do happen to get yourself a pair, please comment down in the section below. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you agree with the points that I gave, and let me know how it impacted with your training. With that out of the way, let's get into the reasons. So at number 1, they're very cheap, simple to use, and very durable. So you can get yourself some Olympic rings for about 15 quid, sometimes about 12 quid if you can get some on offer. There are different varieties. This is a plastic one. You can get a wood one. You can also get ones where you see the straps here, you actually get different markers on them, which kind of helps you make sure that you get them level, which is the only negative thing I can actually say about Olympic rings is sometimes if you're quickly trying to adjust the rings, you have to try and make sure that you line them up, otherwise you're going to get one ring up here, one ring down there. So if you get the ones that have got the numbered or the markers on the straps, that makes it a lot easier, especially if you're doing stuff like switching between exercises, whether you're doing the pull-up down straight into the dip, and I've done that before in a CrossFit gym, and having the numbered straps makes that so much easier, and you know exactly every time that they're level, which makes things a lot easier. So they tend to be maybe an extra 5 quid, but I definitely recommend them. So 15-20 quid, a very cheap product. Extremely durable. I've had these for about 4 or 5 years and they're still going strong, minus the liquid chalk that is plastered on them. These are good to go and solid. The straps, very durable, and the buckle, very easy to use, very strong. And I guess the most important thing you can think of when doing it is make sure that you don't get them wet, because of the metal they could rust. So if you keep them inside it and you look after them, make sure you clean them, these will last you a very long time, if not a full lifetime. So 15-20 quid for 10-20 years worth of use is amazing. The other thing is they are very simple to use. It literally is 2 products, the ring and the strap. That's literally it. When it comes to actually using them, it says on the actual thing, feed the web. So you literally put the webbing up through there, holding the button so it goes through, and it locks it in place. Very simple to use. I always recommend a few people that don't know how to use it, that once you put it through, sort of stand on the ring just to make sure that it doesn't slide through and you have put it in the right way, because you don't want to do it after in a push-up and suddenly it slips through. Test it before you use, and that's literally it. So very simple to use. So at number 1 is they are very cheap, durable, and simple to use. So at number 2 is it makes exercises harder, and it actually allows you to activate the muscle that you're trying to use in the exercise a little bit more efficiently. And what I mean by that is, let's say for instance you're doing a push-up, okay? If you were doing a normal push-up, it could be challenging, it might be easy depending on what your fitness level is, but if you start doing those exercises on the ring and you did a ring push-up, that exercise has just become a lot harder, because you've taken away the stability that the ground will give you, because you're now balancing all of your weight on a ring. So now you've got to be using the muscle you got. It's going to be activated more. You're probably going to be using muscles that you wouldn't normally use because you haven't got that stability. So those muscles in your shoulder and everywhere else have to basically work harder to make yourself stable, so they can exert force to allow you to execute the exercise. So things like ring push-ups, things like dip, so a normal dip where you've got that fixed strong bar that's solid, you can exert force through, suddenly becomes a lot harder, because now you've got to make sure that ring is stable before you can do it. And if you've ever seen anyone use Olympic rings, they think it's easy, and as soon as they stand on it, they're wobbling, because this is a lot harder than it looks. You can also do that when it comes into doing pull-ups, and as you're holding onto the bar, this moves, which makes it hard. It means you have to work harder to keep it in place. You have to utilize your core more to hold everything in place. The reason why I like doing these with the ring pull-ups is you get that rotation, so you can start with a pull-up and then come into a ring, which actually makes it feels nicer on the shoulder joint. The The other thing is, when it does come up into stuff like the push-ups and the dips, you utilize your chest by having your arms and bringing it closer to your midline. That's what your chest is doing, bringing it from here into the center. If you're doing it with rings, it allows you to be out here and actually bring the rings closer together, even come in and squeeze, which you wouldn't be able to do if you were doing it on the floor. So you'll actually get a better chest activation and actually allow your chest to get bigger and stronger just by using rings. So yeah, that's number 2. It allows you to make exercises harder by adding in stability, and also allows you to utilize those muscles more efficiently. So at number 3 is it basically turns the everyday into a full gym. So what I mean by that is, let's say for instance you have a big tree in your garden, okay, or you know somewhere where there's a tree, there's some woods near you, or whatever it is. You can literally grab these, wrap them around, and basically you can just turn that tree into a gym. You can do pull-ups, you can do dips, you can do ring push-ups, you can even do sort of like a jackknife thing where you put your feet inside of the rings and do sort of like crunches. You can use your the ring to put your feet in to do like sort of stability Bulgarian split squats. There are so many things that you can do with this piece of equipment, and basically you can turn something as simple as a tree in a garden or in a field into a gym. If you're someone who has a door frame pull-up bar, this is something where normally you would only be able to do maybe pull-ups, or even if you put it on the floor, maybe some push-ups, but that's pretty much all you can do. You grab a pair of these, you can wrap them around the actual pull-up bar, and you can now do pull-ups straight down into ring push-ups or ring dips, and you can start doing more exercises and turn that door frame pull-up bar into an actual home gym, which is pretty good for 15 quid. So yeah, so at number 3 is it basically allows you to turn everyday things into a full gym. At number 4 is it gives you just flexibility when it comes to your training. Let's say you're going on holiday and typically you're thinking, okay, let's go and find a hotel with a gym maybe, or you're probably wondering how you're going to be able to work out when you go abroad, for instance. You can easily rack these into your luggage and you can go anywhere and basically have a workout. If they have somewhere where you can wooden beams, like I'm in a garage here where I work out sometimes, you can wrap them around some beams. If there's anywhere there's a field or wherever you are, wrap them around it and you can basically turn that area into a full gym. So it gives you flexibility when it comes to your training by allowing you how easy they are to transport. It's literally 2 rings and 2 straps, and that's it, and you can do a full list of exercises. So basically at number 4 is they give you flexibility when it comes to your exercising. So at number 5, and I think this is the most important thing, and that is this is pretty much going to be the only piece of equipment that you need. Obviously if you want to get more, it gives you more room, gives you more flexibility, but I don't think there's a piece of equipment out there that gives you so much variety, that gives you so much flexibility, and to give you all of that for only 15-20 quid, I don't think there's much better that you can buy. Like I said before, you can basically turn a pull-up bar or a tree or anything like that into a full gym. You can literally hit your whole entire body, where other bits of equipment are quite specialized, like a door frame pull-up bar. You can pretty much only do pull-ups and push-ups and things like that, weights and so forth. You've got to move them around, and again, sometimes you need more equipment to be able to do certain exercises, and if you're going down the weight route you might need more of them. This is probably one of the pieces of equipment that you get so much out of, that costs so little, that lasts so long, that basically can take your everyday training, or maybe you're into bodyweight training and you want to take your bodyweight training to the next level. This is going to be able to do it. But as you can tell, I'm a huge fan of this, and I just basically wanted to share my opinion on something that I think is a great piece of equipment that I know if you bring it into your training, it will take it to the next level, and you'll find a new passion into bodyweight training. Again, you can easily mix ring training into normal ring training. You can start maybe doing ring push-ups and then superset it with normal pull-ups. It's going to expand your training, it's going to expand your strength, it's going to expand your variety of exercises that you can do and take your training to the next level. But that's it today, guys. Like I said previously before, the links to them will be in the description down below. I try and find either the equipment that I've got or ones that I've tried that I would recommend to anyone. So please make sure you check them out. Whether you're in the UK or the US, I will be linking which ones are which. So please make sure that you can check them out. And again, let me know if you do get them, what you thought of them. Let me know if you were able to apply the principles that I taught today, and let me know how that goes for you. But if you like this sort of content, guys, fitness related content, bodyweight training, please make sure that you subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, please subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.